Hi, and thank you for joining me here at the HIT Golf Academy. My name is Chris Ryan, and in this video we're going to be looking at one of the hottest training aids on the market at the moment, the Superspeed Golf Training System, and we're going to be answering the question of does it actually increase your distance with the driver? So thank you for joining me here at HIT Golf Academy in my coaching studio, and in this video we're talking about Superspeed Golf. We're going to be explaining what it is, and we're going to be answering the question of does it actually work and does it increase the swing speed and help you hit the ball further. We're also going to look at a case study that I did with a client that I coach, Martin, and we're going to look at the data gathered through TrackMan just to see whether we did get any gains in his driver speed. So what is Superspeed Golf? Well, you can see them here, and effectively they look like golf clubs. They look like club shafts, but on the end of it, instead of a club head, we have these weights. Now I have, in my set, I have 4 different ones. I have this one in my hand, which is the super light. I have this one, which is the light, the medium, and the heavy. And they are basically the same, but they get heavier as you progress through. So the one in my hand here is the lightest, and as I say, they get through into this heavy one. Now the idea here is it's called overspeed training. So what the idea is that you actually practice with these 3 times a week with a day gap in between. And by swinging these golf clubs in the way that we're going to show you, it's meant to increase the speed of your swing. That translates to the driver, and then you're going to get more ball speed and more distance. So the idea is that you go through a little program. That program is some right-handed swings, some left-handed swings, some step swings, some swings on your knees. And I'm going to throw up here, a couple of swings of Martin actually doing the test. So the idea would be you start off with a light one, and you swing as aggressively as you can. Okay, I would do that for a few shots. I would then move up to the next one, and get through to the heavy one. I would then change and do that left-handed, which is a lot more difficult, I can assure you. And then we would have progressed to things like swings on your knees, and then progressing to what we call step change, where you actually step in and swing through. The idea here is when you're doing this, you're meant to swing as aggressively as you can. We're trying to generate some speed. We're trying to get your body to move as fast as it can and get used to traveling as fast as it can to get some speed into this thing. Then the idea is after a period of time, it should translate to more distance. So the case study that I did was one of the clients I coached called Martin Ashton. Now, I chose Martin because I thought he was a fantastic candidate for this. Martin's a good player, plays a handicap of 2. But he really needs more distance through his bag. So, we discussed this and we know the course he plays, and for him to get to that next level, we really feel that he needs a little bit more distance in his golf game. So he was a great candidate. I actually met with Superspeed Golf in January at the PGA show in Orlando. At the time of filming this, it is April. The reason this video has been so long in coming is because I really wanted to give this product a go over a period of time, because even Superspeed Golf themselves will not claim that this is an instant fix. It doesn't work if you just do it once. You have to do it over a prolonged period of time, doing it 3 times a week. So let's jump onto the TrackMan machine and have a look at the data that we gathered from Martin over the last few months. Okay, so let's just start off with the kind of first data that we gathered from Martin. Now, I've coached Martin for a number of years now, so I kind of know his numbers off the top of my head. I know how fast he swings his 7-iron and driving, that kind of thing. But we just got some base numbers. So this was taken on the 13th of February. And you can see here we've got him to hit 5 drivers. And the club head speed is down here, 93.4. Now that's pretty accurate. Martin tends to hover around the kind of 92, 93, 94 speed. So that's our kind of base to work from. Ball speed you can see there at 128.7 miles an hour. Ball speed during the lessons tends to be a little slower than we'd expect to see on the golf course, simply because the golf balls that we use here, the range balls, don't tend to be quite as quick off the club face. But you can see 93.4. So this was our first session. This was the base numbers that we took. Now, even in this first session, you'll notice at the top here, the same date, the 13th of the 2nd, we got Martin to hit 9 drivers. Now, this was straight after he'd done some of the drills with the Superspeed golf sticks. So some of the drills that you've seen him do. And straight away we saw the club head speed jumped up to 96.8. And that gave him a ball speed of 131. Now the good thing with Martin is you'll notice here with the kind of ball flight and the sort of where the ball's landed, he doesn't really tend to lose any accuracy doing that. So he increased his club head speed quite considerably in that first session, but we didn't see really a change or a loss of distance. So session 1, he was really kind of pumped because he saw a big difference. He saw that he could gain some more. But really from that, it was kind of a case of saying, well, what does it do following that? Do those numbers stay high or do they drop back down? So we'll go through some more data and show you. Okay, so the data you can see on the screen now was the 20th of February, so this is about a week later. And you can see that the base numbers that he got were 93.8 in his club speed, so actually very similar to what it was the first time we measured. So that jump up to 96, whatever it was, about 96.8, had actually gone back to kind of 93.8. However, by the end of that session, still the 20th of the 2nd, we had managed to get Martin up to 97.7. And you can see that was actually an average across quite a few drives there. So we really kind of maintained that speed. You can see ball speed now up near 137. So almost 10 mile an hour more ball speed than what we started with. So the second session we saw a little bit of a regression back to the speed he was at the start, but then when we used the products and we did the drills, we saw an even bigger jump up to 98 miles an hour. Let's go through another session. Okay, so you can see here, this is the 6th of March. And this was, so this is about 3 weeks following the first time we took some data. And this is where we start to see some real noticeable patterns now. These were the base numbers that we took from Martin. You can see how his club head speed is 97.5 miles an hour, giving him a ball speed of 133 miles an hour. So that was just us coming into the lesson and just starting off hitting drivers. So that's a big, big jump up from where he started at 93. Now, when he used the Superspeed before, his 93 jumped up to sort of 96, 97. This time, we started at 97, but when he used and did the drills, we actually got him up to there 100.1. And that was an average across 20 drives. That wasn't just the odd one, that was 20 drives with an average of 100.1 miles an hour club head speed. So you can see here his ball speed is 138. So this is where we really started to see some of the work that we'd done and some of the drills that he'd done almost stick. What was interesting to me is that the starting speed that he swung at when we came in for a lesson and the speed we could get to with the drills, there was always that little difference. But as we used the products more and more, we started higher and went even higher, if that makes sense. So you can see here we started at 97, got up to 100. There's still that increase, but his baseline, his normal speed, if you like, was really starting to increase. And that was really, really good to see. And he really kind of, you know, could feel that in his golf swing. He felt it was a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more speed. And obviously the ball was coming off quicker, the ball flight changed. And obviously the distance was a result. We're not talking about distance here, but the distance was going up as we proceeded to kind of make these changes. So let me just show you another set of numbers. So this is the 13th of March. This is a month after he started. Baseline speed 96. And jumped up to 99. So again, not quite as quick as the session before, but still a jump up in speed. So if we're just looking at numbers, purely basing this on numbers that TrackMan is producing, that we're measuring with TrackMan, the drills that we did with the Superspeed product gave Martin more club head speed, more ball speed, and more distance. You interpret that how you want, because during these sessions we were doing swing work as well. We were kind of using K-Vest and Body Track and TrackMan to work on his golf swing as well. But I don't think really you can argue that that data suggests that there was more speed in his golf swing with a driver based on the things he was doing with the Superspeed products. So as you can see from the TrackMan numbers, I think that is pretty conclusive, that the Superspeed golf system, the training system, gave Martin quite a bit more speed and in turn a little bit more distance. Once we get through to the season, the conditions get better, I think Martin's going to find it much easier to be able to shoot those scores that he wants to shoot, because he's going to be able to reach some of those par fives now. He's going to be going into the greens with shorter irons, therefore he's going to have shorter putts. We would tend to see that resulting in a lower score. So if you are looking to add more distance to your golf game, this is definitely something you should look at. It's not a quick fix, we've said that. It's not something you're going to do today and pick up more distance tomorrow. But if you think you can commit over a period of time to using this training system in the way it's designed, 3 times a week with a day gap in between, doing the training system that's on their website, I think it can help you generate some more speed and in turn give you some more distance. Who's this aimed for? Now, you may well think this is for the golfers out there who hit the balls to short distance. It's not. We've seen these Superspeed golf systems being used on the PGA Tour, the European Tour, the Ladies Tour. It's worldwide, and every single level of golfer at the moment is starting to recognise the benefit of this training system. I will just add at the end of this video that this video is not a paid advertisement at all. Superspeed Golf have not asked me to do this video. They were kind enough to give me this set when I met with them at the PGA Show in Orlando, but it was my choice to do this video. I really wanted to find out, first of all, whether I felt it worked. I do believe it works. Therefore, I feel confident now that I can pass this information over to you, and I can also pass this information over to the clients that I coach, because really it's my job as a golf coach to establish what is going to help golfers and what is not going to help golfers. I believe that this Superspeed golf training system can help you generate more speed and in turn more distance. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you are looking to add more distance, we have to attack that from multiple different avenues, you know, making sure the drive is correct, making sure you're in good physical health, but this can be a part to that puzzle. And if we look at the whole picture, we can definitely get golfers to achieve more distance. So thank you very much for watching. As always, the usual stuff is down below, comments box, like button. There's also a button over here which will allow you to subscribe. I would absolutely love to have you as a free subscriber of my channel, hopefully just producing content which is going to help you play better golf, enjoy your golf better, and hopefully lower those scores. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.